This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
You know, playing Jakeem Grant. Nobody's a bigger Jakeem Grant fan than I am. But what have I told you? I've been pretty freaking consistent on this. I go, this is great this year. You've got all these receivers. You don't have to use Jakeem Grant. This is the reason that Jakeem Grant's been a thorn in your side, because there's been injuries, and then you're forced to use Jakeem Grant. Yesterday, they weren't forced to use Jakeem Grant. They made a terrible decision to use Jakeem Grant. Jakeem Grant should be your punt returner, your kick returner, and that's it. That's all. Nothing more. And the fact that you used Albert Wilson, who I said should not be on this team, over and over again. So how the hell do I know more than they do? You tell me. How in the F do I know more than they do? Who the fuck is Albert Wilson? And a ton of you out there were in love with Albert Wilson. How you feeling now? I kept telling you, right? What was he accomplished? What, he ran around 10 days in shorts? And you fell in love with him? So today, yeah, I got to pick on Flo. Today, I got to pick on Godsey and Studesville because they did some stupid-ass things yesterday. Doesn't mean I want Flo fired. Doesn't mean I want Godsey and Studesville out. Doesn't mean I want Chris Greer fired. None of that. But we got to call it like we see it on this show. Mac Hollins is a much better football player than Jakeem Grant and Albert Wilson combined. I don't need to see any more from those guys as wide receivers. Albert Wilson has no business being on this roster. I've done this for 31 years. Do you know how many people I've seen run around in shorts and never do anything on the real football field? A ton. So this is where I call out the coaching staff. And I say, what the hell are you guys thinking? Now, whether Jakeem Grant catches that ball or not, or if it's Mac Hollins, they still get their ass kicked. That's the reality. Let's also be honest here. But if there's a game that you want to stay in, let's say next week against the Raiders, let's not make the same stupid mistake. Let's stop with the Albert Wilson bullshit. I get it. The coaches got fooled. Plenty of you got fooled with Albert Wilson. And nobody is a bigger Jakeem Grant fan than I am. But I know who he is. They don't. They still don't. Because you can rewind. You can go back to all the podcasts. Most of you are pretty much my witnesses. You know it. I never said Jakeem Grant, great receiver, great returner, use them both ways. Never said that. Never said that. So how do I get it right and they don't get it right? That's the part I want to know. How do I know to keep Jakeem Grant as a returner? How do I know that Albert Wilson shouldn't be on the damn team? And how do I know that Mac Hollins should be playing over both those guys? Bigger target, better hands, more consistent, tougher football player. I don't understand. Albert Wilson doesn't help you out on special teams. So why are you trying to justify his position? And you don't need him on the field. To rely on the unreliable is insane. Listen to me. To rely on the unreliable is insane. Jakeem Grant as a wide receiver is not reliable. Albert Wilson as a wide receiver should be in the CFL. Kansas City finds people left and right. They got rid of them. This is one of those Gase Tannenbaum pickups from a few years ago. And he's done nothing since he's been here. He's been injured all the time, and he hasn't really done anything special. And yet somehow he wins a roster spot, which is weird. So the team has got to figure some stuff out.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.